ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the positive response to the Ruins of Alpha Premier League coverage. I really enjoyed doing some commentary and taking a look at some current tournament games. Happy you guys enjoyed it, and here we are with Week 7. The replays are here. Let's get into it, folks. First off, Maroon Macagos versus the Morville Magnetons, the most heated rivalry in the entire league. The Maroon Macagos are furious that they had to make their acronym MG rather than MM, which was already taken by the Morville Magnetons. So they're out for blood. They're trying to prove that they're the true MM team. We've got two electrics staring each other down. Jolt, probably favored. Raikou could get a surprise Toxic. We see a sub. Wow, that's a bulky Jolt. That's a very bulky Jolt who's not... has not lost his sub. So that's a bit of momentum for QWILY to begin the match. QWILY of the Maroon Macagos. Gonna D-dance behind a sub. This is insane pressure. How the heck is Eddie Coco gonna, also known as hellpowna, gonna come back from this one? Forced to explode to break a sub. Gonna even get the flinch on Kingdra. This is a disaster. This is horrendous. The insane lead matchup gets a sub on the Raikou with the bulkiest Jolt I've ever seen. Goes for an EQ for accuracy. Good, honestly, good play. Try to call out that he doesn't want to risk the rock slide. Get something happening. Do something. I don't know what this Gengar can do. Probably... Wow, that's 350 speed Gengar to outspeed Tar +1. Is that right? No. So this is a... Sorry. So if it was Jolly Tar, it would hit 364 speed. But it's in fact, because of this scenario here, it's revealed itself to be a bulky Dragonairs Tyranitar without full speed. Gengar has proven faster. Get an Explode. Deny a second dance. That's actually a good play. When you explode and you die, in Gen 3 if you die, the enemy can't act, so gets to explode into Doug. He's quelled the threat. I love this. It's looking dire. He's in a horrible position. He makes it happen. He says, well, my only shot is if he's not... If he's not Jolly Tar, I can get this boom. If he is Jolly Tar, maybe I live the rock slide. Or he misses the rock slide. So that was his best play, I think. That was really good. Unfortunate flinch on Kingdra too. He has clawed back into this game. Zap subbing again. This is some kind of sub-pass-based team here. 2 sub-passes. HP Ice revealed. Goes to Jolt. So Jolt has proven that it can live HP Ice through a sub. Jolteon sub can survive. Raikou opting to sub himself. Perhaps he can break the sub of whatever comes in from BP. BP's to Swampert. Logical, because he's revealed HP Ice, so has nothing to hit Swampert. Could have broken the sub with 2 HP Ices, but opts to Thunderbolt instead, try to hit something coming in. Wow, Hidden Power. Hidden Power Grass? Swampert? It wouldn't be like Hidden Power Fighting or Rock. And I don't think Hidden Power Fighting or Rock would even do that much to a Cloyster. Cloyster low special defense. That's HP Grass Swampert. That's amazing. That's surprising. Cloyster usually a pretty good switch into Swampert. Takes what it shrugs off Earthquake and Surf and can make spikes, and that looks pretty good for him there with the Cloyster in, but HP Grass getting there after Sand. That's incredible. Surfs the Doug. A valiant effort for hellpowna here, but I loved the Gengar play, but unfortunately just totally owned by that HP Grass. And I don't know if he would have even had enough steam to get back anyway. Maybe he had to go for the Gengar line a bit earlier. Hard thing to see though, to be honest. I didn't spot that myself, but He could have gone Metagross, baited him to EQ, go Gengar. No, he was behind a sub. That doesn't really work, does it? Explode would have broken the sub and then Doug could have gone in. Maybe that's a better order. But Doug doesn't Doug doesn't one-hit bulky DD Tar. So that would have maybe also just been worse. Okay. Probably not. I think what really destroyed that was the flinch on Kingdra was really unfortunate. Okay, let's go to game... I was going to say game 2, but it's really the second game in the list. McMeghan vs. Colteor. The Morville Magnetons versus... the Maroon Makagos. We have a Skarm versus Vaporeon. Vaporeon has done a fast baton to Mag. McMeghan making spikes. Another weak Thunderbolt. Interesting. Goes for a Roar. Opting to try and chip hill back up over the course. Is he going to Roar again? I would say he's going to Roar again. He didn't do it. He went to Tyranitar on the Go Mag potential. Go Vape is an astute play there, perhaps. Hits the Tar pretty well with a threatening of a Surf. He's going to do some chip to Zap, maybe. No, he goes for a sub. Also fine. Good against a random switch-in. Zap's going to break that sub, but free pivot to something. No, it's a very slow Zap. Okay, it's probably a bulky rest Zap. And this Vaporeon is very fast, because even a bulky rest Zap outspeeds most Vaporeon, I'd think. But this Vaporeon very speed invested then. Or did this Zap click Roar? Maybe the Zap clicked Roar. No, he didn't. He clicked Thunderbolt. So yeah, what I said was right. Speed invested Vaporeon. Slow Zap. Goes Claydol. Interesting. I wonder why he didn't sub-pass to this Celebi on a Thunderbolt rather than going Tyranitar, because the T-Bolt broke the sub. And then, I guess Tar does threaten it, but Celebi would be behind a sub still. And that would be nuts. But Tar, I guess, is valid too. Threaten Rock Slide, but easily checked by the Claydol, evidently. And, well, I guess, you know what? A bulky Rest Zap kind of destroys a Celebi, doesn't it? As shown here. So never mind what I said. He could have sub-passed to the Celebi, but obviously he has Roar. Colteor would have known that he had Roar because he saw that he's slower than him, so with that info, going Tar makes sense, actually. Gets a nice Toxic off. Pretty good. He does, of course, have Rest, but this is going to force him to use Rest in the future. Oh, that's a slightly unfortunate parry. Will not get another T-Bolt off. Gets Tar in, probably on him resting. Yeah. Nice. So he can make something happen here. Maybe HP bug the Claydol coming in. Goes for punch. That's a decent chunk. That looks like band damage, in fact. Depending on how bulky this Claydol is. Arcanine is a bit random. What the heck's that? Intimidates him. Can't pass to a physical mon anymore. It's gonna have minus attack. Goes to Mence. Okay, is this representing a special Mence? The fact that he's still passed to it from -1? Who knows? HP Ice gonna... By the way, Sceptile? What the heck? Didn't even think about that. Okay, it looks like a very bulky Mence. He shrugged off that HP Ice damage. HP Fly gonna... Yeah. So, that HP Ice makes sense from McMeghan's perspective. It would have killed a mixed Mence. Maybe Colteor should have Dragon Danced. He would have been able to threaten this low Skarm. Claydol could have come in and boomed. Bait Tyranitar in, you could Earthquake it. Arcanine actually would finish you off with E-Speed. Never mind. Arcanine finishes that off with E-Speed. Maybe he didn't realize HP Ice. What else could he have done versus this Sceptile? He could have gone to Celebi, if it's HP Fire. Could have gone to Could have sacked his mag. Gotten something in. Sack mag, get Metagross in would have been alright. Interesting. Sceptile's a bit threatening here. I said in my VR that I think Sceptile's a bit underrated. It's cool to see it here. Goes for a Protect. Makes sense that the mag is dead weight. Protect is no risk. Okay, it appears to not be a... appears to be a bulky physical Metagross. I guess we already knew that. Don't know why I pointed that out. The viewers at home know it. They're observant. Jim, on the other hand, bit of a buffoon. Roars gets some nice spikes chip on this presumably banned Tyranitar. He has figured out what he's locked into. He's playing this by the books. Opts to sack Skarm rather than go Claydol. Not too bad. The banned Rock Slide still pretty good against Claydol. There's flinch chance. I think you're better off sacking Skarm there. Gets his own Tar in. Finds a Dragon Dance. Nice. That's probably going to clean up. Wait a sec. Metagross can still check it after Mag gets sacked, but... this is okay. Opts to get some chip on the Metagross, and Leaf Blade with Overgrow gonna finish this off. Sceptile, really good cleaner right now. Hitting Tara Vape. All he has to do is get through this Celebi and it's smooth sailing. And he'll finish off... does he really not have anything to finish off Tar there? Maybe doesn't want to invite in Vape after? No HP Grass or HP Fight? I guess it doesn't matter. He probably wins this anyway, but just saying. That HP has probably killed him anyway. Okay, well that was a wacky one. Super weird team. I guess you got Claydol plus these two Spikes weak threats here, plus a Zap random. This is a very unconventional team, but look how nice it did. And Arcanine is surprising, but look at how well it did. Threatened the Celebi. Was that Intimidate? Yes, it was. Look, the Intimidate actually got such value, denying Salamence from being able to kill Sceptile. That was actually so good. Nice work, McMeghan. I love that team. That was an awesome team. I may have to rethink my thoughts on Arcanine, because I ranked it very low in my rankings, but I think it's one of the worst fire types, but you know. In 10 plus E-Speed maybe has a little bit of value. We got Siglut versus Gorgie, also known as Georgie. His name is just Georgie. I thought it might be a bit of an alias. Siglut Violet Vaporeons versus PP, the Pyrite Pichus. Let's get into it. Georgie with an excellent avatar. I like that Raikou sprite. I've restarted this 3 times, forgive me. Zap versus Meta, and he goes Celebi on the Zap. Pretty standard thus far. Battens. Another Rest Zap. Rest Zap's so common right now. I've been a fan of Rest Zap since the dog days, since way back, but bloody hell. Is this... maybe this is not Rest Zap. But Celebi was faster. That raises the eyebrow. I assumed Rest Zap both because Celebi was faster and because of Toxic, but... also interesting, he did not click Peck here, he clicked Toxic. Wanting to disguise Peck for later. Makes sense. Toxic, he might think he's safe. Calm Mind up or something. You Thunderbolt once and then surprise him with a Peck and he's dead to Toxic afterwards. I like the concealing of Drill Peck on this particular turn. I think you know what it might be is that Celebi is 270 speed and so is Zapdos and they speed tied. Although maybe this Celebi is quite a bit speed invested. Maybe it's a... Yeah, this Celebi looks very fast. Zapdos probably should be 270 speed at minimum with Drill Peck to hit Heracross, Adamant Heracross. But you'd think Celebi would be similar, but maybe the fact that he... I was about to say, maybe the fact that he is a faster Swords Dance Celebi means he's not Leech, he has an attack. You may think I'm lying and I'm just saying that to look smart. I was about to literally say that. Ancient Power. I was going to say HP Fighting. I've run HP Fighting on a Swords Dance Celebi before, but Ancient Power is so cool because it hits Moltres and it also hits Zapdos, which is happening right now. I wonder why you don't run HP Rock though. The Hacks chance can't be worth it. Maybe IVs might get messed up by HP Rock. So he baton passed to Metagross and claims a kill on the Claydol. That was a great baton pass, by the way. Baton passes on the turn that he's threatened to kill Zapdos with Ancient Power. Ends up getting a baton to a Metagross with +2 attack against the Claydol. Claiming a kill. Calling out the defensive switch. Very nice. Agility's up. This is such a threat. Look at this thing. And it is Rock Slide. Makes sense on a set aiming to receive an SD to have that coverage. I like the Rock Slide choice. No Explode Metagross. Pretty good on a set alongside Swords Dance Celebi. And he's... Didn't EQ there for some reason, but went for Mash. Don't know why you don't EQ there. Don't need the attack raise. Probably just clicks too fast. But that's okay, because he played that really well. Ancient Power Celebi. I thought that the Drill Peck was crazy. The unexpected Drill Peck, but the unexpected Ancient Power was even better. That's great. I like it. And this is a good set. It's versus Resizap with Roar. You would destroy Resizap with this. Usually Celebi's the Zap answer, so that's funny, but being able to hit Zap actually has its merit, and it hits Moltres, which is a really good Celebi counter. Also would hit a Charizard trying to come in. Although Charizard would be quite speedy, so that's a bit more dangerous, but that's a good option versus Charizard as well. We've got Zomog versus Jisoo. Violet Vaporeons versus the Pyrite Pichus once again. Zomog with a very cool Obstagoon avatar. I like it. Mence lead into Tar lead. Goes to Forretress against the Tar. I guess... So I find this dangerous, because this is an intimidated Tar. If it's a physical Tar, it's switching out, I guess. But if it's a special Tar, it's clicking Ice Beam into this Mence, if it's a mixed Tar. And if it's a mixed Tar, it would threaten Forretress. So the Forretress is kind of assuming he's a physical Tar, and he's going to switch out to something that lets Forretress set up a Spike. Not too bad to set up a Spike into a Zap. Okay, he got crit. That's really unfortunate. That looks like actually modest damage as well. Let me double check this. I got the calc open. Nah, it's just timid. Somehow I thought that Fori took less from Zap Top Thunderbolt, but takes about 40 to 50. Very, very unfortunate crit, but gets a Spike. Probably ahead for now with the Spike. Goes to Bliss. Bliss is a bit negative momentum though. He might get Jisoo might stabilize here and be able to come back. Gets a T-Wave on the Scarm, that's nice. Decent opportunity to go Forretress. He might call out and Roar, however. Goes to Mence. He clicks Roar. Chance to get Fori back in and find a spin. I like the Go Salamence. Rock Slide through Paraflinch. kind of unlucky that he gets the toxic through that. Pretty unlikely he gets to act there, but... also a dangerous decision to risk that by Zomog, I suppose. He may have even gone to Fori in that position because he's probably clicking Toxic on the arrow. He wouldn't click Drill Peck. That might be your best chance to get something out of Fori with the low health. Right there. Chooses to stay in a Rock Slide once again. If I did get Fori in, by the way, I'd probably make another spike rather than go for a spin. Easily could have a Gengar here. But the second spike is nice to get out of this Fori that is almost dead weight. Goes to Tara and Jirachi. Yeah, that's pretty... I'm going to say this is probably a bulky physical tie. He's got lefties. Goes for the Toxic. I like this. See, Tara's usually a response to bulky Jirachi, but when they have Toxic, it kind of turns the tables against it. It can tank one Earthquake to get the Toxic off, and now this Tar is on a clock. And this Jirachi is looking good right now. Fire Punch threatens the Scarm. He can find Wishes versus Zap, and Wish Protect infinitely versus Tyranitar, I assume. Okay, so he goes Mag. That's a cool go Mag. On the obvious Protect turn, he could T-Wave this Jirachi and really cripple it. Goes for a T-Bolt instead. Okay. He's going to Protect Chip Heal. Mag faster. Usually is faster than a defensive Jirachi. Is he going to Wish this time? Yep. I would be frightened of a T-Wave here, but doesn't seem to be clicking it. Maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe he's Toxic only, or something else. I think T-Wave is like the best filler on Mag, but Toxic is valid too sometimes, especially if you have HP Fire and no way to threaten Swampert. Jirachi appears to be 1v1ing this Mag, but Mag, I mean, pretty good position, I guess, to use Mag. You're forcing him to Wish Protect over and over. You might find some hacks, find a crit or a para. And it is doing 50. That's pretty big. So, he did weaken this Jirachi down to around 40 health there. Pretty good. Jirachi, I think, is going to be able to chip back up and shrug that off, though. But maybe this was his best bet with the Tar Toxics. Maybe all he could do. Might as well use Mag. It's useless against Fori anyway. Fori's already chipped. Probably best use you're going to get out of Mag is going for those Thunderbolts. Try to find force him to heal and find a crit or a para. So, yeah, I think that was fine by Jisoo. And gonna go Blissey this time. Easy soft boiled. Finds a para. Could kill this Blissey if he... Okay. Didn't even go for the kill on Blissey by going Tar or something that would threaten it after a full para. Just went to Scarm. Scarm full para. Not the most impactful thing in the world, though. Gonna go for another spike, I assume. Yeah. This Scarm is kind of on its last legs, so it might as well try to get another spike up. It could still provide a barrier against this Mence, if it's a physical DD Mence. Whoops, I just reset, sorry. Sorry, viewers at home. So we got up to here. He goes Bliss. Sorry about that. He risked getting T-waved there. That was dangerous. Wishing right there, but pulled it off. He's gonna just Wish Protect up to full. Blissey has Wish herself. What the? Could Wish up this Tar. That's pretty big. All the Scarm goes to the Scarm. Scarm getting full is pretty nice into this Aero and Salamence. I'm not sure what kind of mence it is. Could be either DD or mixed mence on this team. Hard to say. Mixed mence. All right. Excellent. That's pretty nice damage versus Zap. Zomog under a lot of spikes pressure, but I do like his position. The Jirachi is really good right now in this matchup. And he's got the tools. This Zap is pressuring this Bliss as much as it can, but Bliss... Yep, gonna heal. Yeah, Zap is doing a good job pressuring this Bliss. He's taking a lot of toxic damage. Protect is surprising. That's actually awesome, getting another toxic chip here. Goes meta. Zimzalabim. Opts to sack the Fori in that moment to get a Mence in. Threatening Fire Blast. This mixed Mence actually threatens the entire world right now. This is really good. But he's afraid of a Explode. I think you might want to keep your mixed Mence, not die to Explode. Oh, didn't even explode. It was the 50-50. And he guessed correctly. This mixed Mence might win the game right now. Problem is this Zap does outspeed it, maybe? We'll see the Sandstorm order when they come in. If Zap comes in and outspeeds this Mence, he could provide a line of defense. Oh, you know what? Bliss lives an Ice Beam. Lives a Brick Break at least. And can Ice Beam. But, okay, he's just going to go for the Brick Break. We'll see if Jisoo decides to sack the Bliss. Or keep the Bliss low, I should say. And you know what? Arrow could get a clean here. This is a good moment for Arrow. Rock Slide. Hitting everything. Tar could live this hit. I think Zomog looks good, but this Arrow is really good. Gets the flinch. Okay, huge. Jisoo does not get to kill the Arrow, so this is like pretty much GG. Probably should switch out of Arrow though. Does not switch out of Arrow. Why didn't he protect? What the? He didn't click protect? He clicked raw because he thought... Okay, he clicked raw because he thought that he would switch out because he thought he would protect. That's double mind game. I'm pretty sure that's what that decision was. He didn't protect because he thought no way Zomog stays with his Arrow about to die. I'm gonna raw Spikes chip the thing that comes in, probably the Bliss or the Jirachi. But I think you still go for the protect because roaring like the Jirachi is not going to do much for you. I would say. In this spot, all you got is a Zap. I guess you do have to try and make a desperate play. But I mean, even if he protected and the Arrow died, there's no way he wins this. Either way. I can't, like... I don't really think these decisions matter too much. This Zomog is probably winning this, no matter what. Alright. Gets the crunch. Pursuit Tar paired with Fori, very common. So despite that unlucky crit, Zomog able to pull through with the... Nice job applying pressure with both Mence and Arrow. And using Jirachi to good effect, using Blissey. Never sent out Tar until the end. Wasn't really that good into his team, I suppose. That was a good game. That was a fun game to watch right there. We got Watermess of the Goldenrod Gengars versus Samqian of the Sunny Shore Shamans. Classic matchup. Let's put Watermess on this side. I'm so sorry. That was so loud. So when you click switch sides, it oh my god. That was actually so loud. When you click switch slides, the play with music off button disappears. You guys ever experienced that before? I'm going to be doing a collab with Watermess soon. Stay tuned, folks. We've been chatting. Check out his YouTube channel. I checked out his channel. Some good content there. Some cool team showcases, some laddering, bit of SPL commentary. He hasn't posted in a while, but the vids he does have on there are very good. Samqian, I remember you from last week. I wish you luck. That was an entertaining game from what I remember. Goes meta into the Mence. Wait a minute. Covering Rock Slide, I guess. And he goes Blissey on the Zap, also logical. Okay. That looks a bit weird, but makes sense. Throws out a Psychic on the Suicune switch. Pretty nice little chunk of damage there. Revealing his mixed Metagross in the process. Goes to Celebi. This is an easy leech if he has it. Beautiful. Goes back to his own Metagross. Tanks an Earthquake. Wow. Good play by Samqian. Calling out the meta switch. Beautiful. Excellent play. But with Leech up, gonna chip heal quite a bit. So not the end of the world for Watermess. Goes to Zap. On the Metagross, threatening either EQ or Mash. Makes sense. Goes Cloyster on the Suicune that is in. Interesting because Suicune was forced out by Zap there. Cloyster wants to come in on a Suicune clicking Surf or something. Suicune would never click Surf there. But Cloyster coming in can't be too bad versus whatever would come in on Zapdos, I guess, which right here was a Blissey. Worst case, he gets Thunderwaved or Toxiced. You know, not too bad. Finds a Spike, logical, epic. Gets tossed a couple times. It's Blissey sort of just tossing. Gets a Wish. Gonna probably heal up one of these chipped Pokemon. Goes for Metagross. This Metagross now threatening to click something big. Didn't EQ that time. Got the attack raise though. Could stay and click it again. Metagross mixed, usually slower. Goes for the mash again. I like that play. Calling out the switch to Zap. Getting a good amount of chip on the Zap. That's good. Might as well use your attack raise. It's not that much chip, but it's better than nothing. Blissey coming in on Zap. Watermess calling it out with a double to Metagross. Very good. It is a mixed Metagross. Meteor Mash not going to do as much, but still probably forcing out the Blissey. And Psychics on the Suicune. The Suicune now getting very low. Goes to Zap this time. Forces a rest. Pretty nice for Watermess. Roars out a Claydol that comes in. Earning himself a chip heal. I'm trying to focus on all the moving parts going on. Forgive me, folks. It's a bit... Pokemon can be complex sometimes. I'm trying to think about everything going on. Claydol comes in on a Thunderbolt. This is a raw Zap. Maybe he got a Toxic there instead. On the Claydol. But actually, Claydol was not revealed, was it? Yeah, Claydol revealed on that turn. Okay. He's not Psychic. He wouldn't Toxic a magical Claydol read. So, forgive me for saying so. Finds a spin in the process of that Claydol switch, but Cloyster gonna be able to make a Spike. Takes a big Psychic though. Claydol could have spun there, didn't choose to spin. Went for an Explode, and Samqian calls it out. Takes it on Metagross. I like that trade a lot. He's got the Claydol up still. Claydol is going to be great against Zap. Going to find spins very nicely. Watermess has not revealed a Ghost type yet. Going to finish off the Metagross. Sacrifice a bit of momentum too. That allows Claydol or Salamence in. And doesn't appear to have a Gengar. Or another ghost type. Getting spun. I think Samqian looks favored here. Carmine's up. Carmine's up again. This Mence. Physical. Chooses to take the hit and chip the Mence. Maybe that's logical in his shoes because look at his team. He doesn't have a great switch into Salamence right now, especially after Metagross blew up. Don't know what this last Pokemon is. Could be a water type, but maybe he needs to chip this Salamence down to be able to win this. I think looked bad to take that huge HP flying, but I think it makes sense to click Psychic there. Oh geez. Well, I'm assuming rest. If this is rest sleep talk, this is another game where I'm gonna express the opinion that rest sleep talk zap sucks and you should definitely run toxic. Because he's not got toxic. Toxic really pushes bliss. If you had toxic here, you... Okay, he doesn't have... Maybe it's HP grass. Or HP ice then. No, it is sleep talk. Okay. Maybe someone's got to sell me on Sleep Talk Zap, but I feel like not only do you ruin your sleep counter sometimes and F yourself over, which you can't play around if you can like Sleep Talk and then not Sleep Talk the second turn, but sometimes you have to Sleep Talk and then you get forced out and then your sleep count is reset and it sucks. Also, like what, are you going to Thunderbolt while slept? How impactful is that? You're going to roar while slept sometimes? Okay, it's a fast roar, but like it's a 1 in 3. I don't know, man. Toxic can never be bad. Or in Hidden Power if you have to. To cover like a... Maybe a Flygon week. HP Ice makes sense. Even Toxic is good there though. You Toxic Flygon. No offense to Watermess. Probably has a logical reason. It's good on a Spikes team to Sleep Talk Roar. I just personally do not like it. It feels bad to click it, in my eyes. But, you know, Zapdos is 1v1ing this Bliss just with pressure and rest anyway. Doesn't get hard owned by Claydol, though. Like, Claydol totally owns the Zap and always finds a spin against it. Couple of Claydols being dudes, psychicking each other. One of them could explode if they want. Samqian's Claydol does not want to explode at all. Sam's Claydol, way more valuable than the Watermess's Claydol against an enemy that has spikes on his team. Samuel does not appear to have spikes, so Watermess's Claydol is a lot more. I was going to say that was epic, but he switched out of the Doug. So his Doug must not be equipped to handle Blissey. So crazy what's going on here. So the Go Doug was an aggressive choice. Probably trying to catch... What was he trying to catch? Wait a minute. If not Blissey, then what? Goes back Zap, finds a rest, I guess. That was so interesting right there. That was... He went Doug on the Blissey and then switched out. Must just not be Bulky Doug. I guess, you know, Bulky Dog is not necessarily that good on this particular team, although it is CM Pass. Pretty interesting team by Watermess looking at it. Not a typical cloister structure. A little bit more balancy. Like, Leech CM... It's not CM Pass. Forgive me. What the hell am I saying? I thought it was CM Pass. No, no, no. It's just Leech CM. Still, though. I kind of like the team. I think that Leech Carmine Celebi is my favorite Carmine Celebi set because the fact that you destroy Blissey so hard with Leech Seed really helps you. It's like you're a mixed threat almost. I find CM Batten can get a bit owned by like a lot of stuff just forces it out. Whoa, he exploded. Okay, one sec. Claydol and the Celebi. And Watermess goes to Zap and gets blown up on. Interesting to sack your Claydol, but getting rid of the Zap might be what he needs to do. The bulky Zap kind of just 1v1s everything because yeah, Blissey just gets pressure stalled. And yeah, he kind of needs to kill this Zap. And he doesn't really have... All he could do is maybe hit it with Salamence, but Watermess would never allow that. So... Interesting. Hard one to... There's so many subjective little moments here that... Other players might play this differently. I might be playing this differently in the moment, but here, this is what's happening. He blew up. HP Grass? No. Unfortunate. He wouldn't be Endure. No, not Endure Protect. Well, Mag is kind of useless anyway. Well, you get Mence in. You sack Mag. Is HP flying from CB Mence going to finish off this game? Is he going to explode? No. Why would he explode? Psychic kills anyway. I feel this is a complex game. You gotta forgive my commentary being a bit all over the place. I'm trying to... Oh, it's a freeze. Not the end of the world. He is Natural Cure Pokemon. Claydol can take an Ice Beam decently there. Look at that. But this could go either way. I mean, CM Leech obviously really threatens Blissey, but this Mence could come in at any moment. And Mence now threatening Celebi. Okay, well, with full health, he lives the Psychic, and probably 1v1s this Blissey now. He could even just go to Claydol and explode and win the game. Like that, if he likes. Probably gonna do the Leech plan first. I think Watermess wins this. That was pretty close there. The Mence... If Celebi was ever not full health, he could have got him, maybe. Maybe what he could have done is, back here, like... Gone to Mence right here. Celebi's on about 80 health. Maybe he gets a high roll. I don't exactly know the rolls. 74. Yeah, maybe he just couldn't have killed. Even then. Rough position. And then his only shot is an Ice Beam freeze. That was a good game. Forgive me for criticizing the Sleep Talk Zap choice. It ended up not being that relevant, but that's just a preference thing for me. I don't like the Sleep Talk. Generally don't like Sleep Talk as a move in general, but that's just me. Watermess a gamer, so what do I know? Kerts versus Leo. The Goldenrod Gengars once again against the Sunyshore Shamans. Let's game. Two Tars facing each other. A Donphan. I love Donphan. Donphan's such a cool Pokemon. I've been not zoomed in the whole time. Hope that this has been watchable for the viewers at home. Sorry about that. Donphan allowed to Earthquake. He went for an HP Grass that did peanuts. DD Grass Tar, I guess. DD Grass Lum Tar. Physical plus has HP Grass that did pitiful damage there. Allows an Earthquake. Has he got nothing to hit this Donphan? Really? No Skarmory? No. Goes for it again. Maybe, you know, maybe he has like another threat that gets checked by Donphan. He just wants to chip it down to allow that threat through, like a Salamence or a Gyarados. That could be why he's doing this. Leo maybe picking up on that, doesn't want to get Donphan chipped any further. But that Earthquake is rough. You know what? The fact that he has Donphan, he probably does not have a Swampert, so the HP Grass Tar is not going to work as a lure. So maybe he's thinking, my Tar is never going to set up with this Donphan existing. Best I can do, HP Grass it. I'm trying to work through the logic. I think that's why he's doing that. Slams the Celebi. Has HP Grass. Good to know. Or is that HP Fire? I think it's HP Grass based on the damage. Does have a Gara. Yeah, he's trying to open up Donphan for the Gara. This matchup looks rough, but I can assume he probably has a Magneton looking at his team here. Goes there. And he's letting his Skarm get killed. Skarm has been living T-Bolts in all these games. Kind of interesting. Should be Magnet Mag. That must have been a very low roll. T-Bolt full power on the enemy Mag. Excellent for Kerts. Mag not that insane for Leo to have, but every little bit of progress counts, folks. Eliminating Mag. Mag could have chipped something. Threatened Tyranitar. I don't know. Can't go wrong with deleting a Pokemon randomly through some hacks. So, Gara threatening HP Flying here. Donphan a bit chipped. Could chip the Donphan further on a defensive switch. And then Donphan's super good in this matchup, actually. So, he needs to conserve the Donphan's health and play with it a bit intelligently. This Donphan is sort of the keys to the kingdom. This is what he needs to win. If he lets it get chipped too much, it could be problematic. EQs. Okay, that tells me he might be HP Rock Gara, because he might have thought EQ was best damage versus Donphan. If he had HP Flying, he surely clicks HP Flying, unless he thinks Tara's coming in on HP Flying. He might think Tara's coming in on HP Flying. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Goes Tar this time. EQs again. Confidence. Does it again. Gets crucial chip damage on the Tar. This is such a rough matchup. Gets a crit EQ though, but wow, Melodic Donphan. Skarm. Did get through the Skarm, but 2 spikes are up. Has a Melodic and a Donphan to deal with. Goes to Dance. Is he Taunt? If he's Taunt, he's alright here. If he's Taunt, dances again. Gonna just take a Toxic, okay. How is this one gonna... That looks like HP Flying damage to me. Gonna 2-hit the Melodic. Unless rolls on in his favor, randomly. Goes Celebi. It is HP Fly. Okay, so he was aiming to hit the Tar. Not the Donphan with Earthquake, because he doesn't have thing. Is he going to dance again? No. But this Gara still gonna do a lot. Gonna do a big chunk to this Donphan. Never damn mind. You got to double protect. Best play, definitely, but a little bit unfortunate for Kerts. But he can't complain. He just hacks that. Whoa, it's a Rhydon. He just hacks that Mag. Can't complain about a double protect. Rhydon has just swept me off my feet, folks. Okay. Tanking an Earthquake from Donphan. Are you going to sub on the... I thought he might sub on a Protect. Whoa. Okay, Melodic has got to be faster than this. Rhydon is so random, because Rhydon's like a Paraspam abuser. Not really any Paralyzed mons. T-Wave on Mag, I guess, but... Rhydon is super random. The fans are going crazy, though. The fans are going insane. I think with Arrow he can... with Arrow he's good. I think he's fine. Sub-Arrow. Okay, he concealed that. Because he finished off Melodic, fooled him into thinking he's locked into EQ. And finds the sub on the Protect. Wow. And... I mean, Donphan is going to probably 1v1 that, though. Because he gets a lot of chip heal. Ooh, Rhydon comes in on the HP Rock. Would have been an HP Rock or a Protect. So that's a good moment to go Rhydon. Get some last little value out of Rhydon. This is wacky, man. EQ doing pretty good damage, all things considered. Yeah, I agree with the go Lax. You gotta... Arrow would allow too much chip heal. And... Snarl will get a nice big normal stab hit in. Maybe he... Earthquakes the tar, I was about to say. Maybe he Earthquakes the tar. He did it. And this is over. I assume. Unless Donphan can... Donphan could 1v1 these two, but... Doesn't look good. Probably wants to protect now. Yeah, no way does Leo win this. Actually... yeah, he won. Wow. Never, my bad. I thought it looked like he was going to win, but... Yeah, Donphan matches up pretty damn well against Sub-Arrow. Actually. Chip heals and protects too much. That's crazy. That's crazy. What a matchup by, like, Melodic Donphan Scam is so hard for Kerts, especially with the HP Grass Tar, like, so useless into this non-Swampert reliant team at all. So that was interesting, but still kept it really close, actually. Like, that was so close. If the Donphan didn't double protect, he had it, but then again, he hacks the Magneton, so I would call that even. That was just a close bout between two gentlemen. And Leo came out on top. I think very favorable matchup for him there. So, Uncle Jack versus Voyager. Uncle Jack I've played against in a Pokemon Perfect Open, and I got very lucky against him, and I'm guilty about it to this day, but it's Pokemon, it happens, I suppose. Voyager is a song by Daft Punk, and also a competitive Pokemon gamer. Member of the Lily Cove Ludicolos, if I knew that, and MT is the Mount Moon Men. I know all these teams. Let's get right into the game. Meta into Zap. Gonna sub. It's revealed Rock Slide. Probably a banned Metagross with Rock Slide. The sub allowed him to scout the move, and he can assume he's Rock Slide, assume he's locked in, and get Swampert in pretty nicely here. He could, like, Roar here. Reveal a bit of the team. Doubles back to Zap. Okay. Trying to find a sub pass, perhaps, on something that comes in on Swamp. Maybe like a... I don't know, a Celebi? Snorlax? Baton to Tar? Makes sense. Is he going to get parried? Nope. Appears to be a Lum. Could be banned too. It's a mixed Tyranitar. Excellent. Big Brick Break. Curse. Earthquake is going to kill him. Oh, Rock Slide. What the? You know, that is pretty good damage for Brick Break. Maybe he is Attack Investor, but I feel like Attack Investor would do even more than this. But Brick Break Rock Slide with a Lum. Could be a Dragon Dance Brick Break set. That's interesting. Sorry for assuming the set there. I saw a Lum and Brick Break. Assumed. Never assume, folks. Do you... If I was in a tournament game, I would have calced this damage. But I'm entertaining the viewers at home. We don't want to calc everything. But look at that. Brick Break Rock Slide. Unconventional. force the Snorlax to explode. I think that's a good trade. He's got a Zap and a Celebi. He wants Snorlax out of the picture. But Uncle Jack has a second special wall to provide a real thorn in the side of Voyager. Regice is insane here. Look how well Regice matches up against this revealed team. I mean, gee whiz, this Ice Beam is going to do so much. And what the heck is he switching in on Ice Beam? He better hope and pray he has a Blissey or something. I mean, T-Wave's the Starmie coming in and could get T-bolted. I assume he's going to switch out of Regice, get rid of this Leech, because Swampert could come in on the threatened T-Bolt. Goes Meta, and Voyager goes Celebi on threatened T-Bolt. Gonna HP Fire the Meta. Okay. Wants to chip it down. Forces an Explode out of it. Was trying to catch a Swampert defensive switch there, maybe. Explode can't really be bad there. It's gonna eliminate something no matter what. But Voyager making the most out of it, I think. Getting rid of his low Celebi rather than the Swampert. But we don't know how useful Swampert will be into a team with no revealed Tar. Although, Tar, probably pretty likely. Doug, I don't think this kills Regice, but maybe it's his best bet. It does if it crits, though. But that was still probably good for him to Doug through the special wall to maybe enable Storm and Zap to get through. Goes for an Explode. Whoa. Yeah, why would he ever stay with Doug there, of course. So, good Explode. Eliminates Starmie. That's pretty nice. And Suicune into Zap. Oh dear. Poor situation. I was going to go crazy if he clicked Mirror Coat. That's happened to me before, but did not. Get some Surf Chip in, though. Could Uncle Jack's last Pokemon bail him out of this one? Gara. Okay, no way. He's out of there. Whoa, never mind. He is faster than Zap. And his HP rocked to Zap. Oh, what? How the heck is he faster than this Zap that is not even a rest Zap? It's a very slow sub-Zap and a very fast Gara. Probably Jolly HP rock. When I run Jolly, I usually go 270 speed maximum. But I don't even like that benchmark that much into like... You don't even hit Hera, so why... Maybe he's 280 to outspeed Modest Molt. And then this Zap is 270. Gara going as fast as 280 is kind of crazy, but it does make sense. You outspeed Modest Molt and hit it with HP Rock. And he outsped the Zap. Wow. He might win this. This Swampert needs to be like toxic. Or freeze him, yeah. He did it. He got there with the Gara. Wow, that's so crazy. That is such a weird little interaction there. But Gara actually probably is the 280 speed benchmark, and this Zap is a bit slower. That is so nuts. Nice work, Uncle Jack. I love HP Rock Gyarados. I use it myself. Super good set. Managed to get through the Swampert. Wasn't sure if he would. That was awesome. Valiant effort by Voyager, but got by the Gara. Last match here, pkThunderbolt, also known as PK Leech, of the Mount Moon Men, versus Eden, of the Lilycove Ludicolo. Let's put PK Leech on the bottom. Purely because I'm aware of him as a person. No offense to Eden, I'm aware of you as well. What's happened here? Molt lead is unconventional. I actually got owned by a Molt lead that was choice banned in it. I went to Tar and I got HP fighting. One of the most gamer moments of my life. So I wonder if that's the same thing. Doesn't look like it so far. But I guess he couldn't click HP fighting right there. He was intimidated. I'm going to say this could be banned Molt. The fact it's leading Molt. Unless he's hard trying to punish Metagross or Skarmory. Thief's the Fori. Okay. Super good there. Good Thief target. Gonna peck it down. Spikes are gonna maintain from Eden though. Bit rough. 3 spikes on the field, and he can't really spike up into this Fori, but Fori getting chipped down. At least gets 1 spike. I don't want to listen to this song right now. Let's listen to something a bit more chill. Goes Mence on the Molt. Gets roared out to Starmie. Might be able to spin here, but I'm going to say Eden probably has a Gar. Or probably is a strong word, but decent chance he's got a Gengar. Goes for a Surf. Opts to stay in and try to chip down the Starmie. That's quite astute. That's quite genius. If you can take down the Starmie, he has no spinner. Even if he clicks spin here, which actually he's unlikely to do, because you want to surf into the Gar and chip it. The crit unfortunate, but hey. So what he could have done there is spammed HP Grass, because once Starmie's chipped, if it surfs, it's low, and he can allow in like a Jolt or something. And then Starmie will have to take 3 spikes next time it comes in and be low health. So, very pressured. I'd say good chance he has a Jolt. Common alongside Molt and Spikes. Let's see how it plays out though. We got a Speedy Mence Declaw to finish it off. He's got a Melodic. Whoa. That's going to force out Mence. This team may be a bit more balancy than I expected at first. Makes sense with a Fori, I guess. Raw Molt was indicative of perhaps an aggro Spikes thing, but I suppose a Melodic could fit on a Molt Spikes build too. Surfs the Skarm. Will Yippee. Goes to Celebi. Bit of soul searching. Probably going to leech here. Getting out of there. We're in a bit of a stalemate, but looks good for Eden. He's got 3 spikes. Can he find a spin? Might be able to find a spin right now. Goes Tar. Is the last a Gar and he's a gamer? No. Trying to catch a Gar coming in with Pursuit Tar. Beautiful, but beautiful attempt. Gonna blast this Skarm. Whoa, another crit. Didn't have Toxic though, I assume. I don't think this would have Toxic, so that's a fine Fire Blast either way. This Skarm is hating life. Best he could do is make another Spike and take like its entire health bar. If it does have Toxic, forgive me, but that would be a wacky set. Thief, Spikes, Drill Peck, Toxic. That would be... You needed the Protect or Roar, I gotta assume. Crunching through the Celebi. And this is rough as hell for PK Leech. Gets Mence in though. A mixed Mence could make it happen. Melodic needs to go down there. Melodic is the key. Checks Mixed Mence really hard. Even after taking HP Grass, he can heal back up. But what if he HP Grasses it coming in now? He'll force it to recover. Buy himself a turn. Maybe his last Pokemon here can maneuver. But why would he go to Melodic and allow that? He's going to sack Tar to get Melodic in safely. Of course, because he's a gamer. And he would not allow a fringe outlier situation that results in his defeat. No way. He's just going to sack Tar. He's ahead. He can afford to. Of course. Goes Bliss. T-Bolt Bliss does threaten this a little bit, but with Toxic, he is hating life. Metagross. Last Swampert, he probably clicked Mash or EQ. No way he would click Explode. I'm going to say PK Leech. No way he wins this. Gets punched. Is this Swampert too slow to EQ there? Must be. Must not be speed invested. Because your EQ just kills and wins the game. Goes Bliss. Didn't really matter. No way he wins this. 3 spikes up. Doesn't really make a difference. Well done, Eden. That was well played. Denied the spin with the HP grass. Unfortunate crit, but I like the play. Sacrifice your Moltres health to pressure the Starmie a bit. Kind of bluffing a Gengar too. Didn't have a Gengar, but he also made the aggressive Pursuit Task Switch, which he didn't have a Gengar, but if he did, he covered that option pretty well. And he still threatened Skarmory that came in as well. So that was like a really good covering of multiple universes. I like it. Impressed with this gameplay. Very good. Thanks for watching another week of RoAPL. My commentary felt a bit more frantic this time, a bit higher energy. Forgive me if it was a bit all over the place, but that was enjoyable. I like commentating. Well done to all the competitors. Some good games all around. Shout out to McMeghan for that insane team. Thanks for watching. See you next week for week 8.